I'm beyond upset. Why is this working so badly? I don't know. Life support. Okay, critical resources. What is low? Of course, everything is low. You don't have any water, you don't have any power rods, and you have little fuel. That's fine. I'm gonna give you some. Here you can have some of this, and you can have some of this. And you, do you have anything to trade? Yes, you do. Perfect. Give all of it. I'm not in a mood to mess around right now. I'm gonna fire at you if you don't cooperate with me right now. I also got an insight into how the bloody random number generator works in this game. It's not that random. Events are pre-decided when you go from system to system. Otherwise, those microroids wouldn't be permanently happening every single time I joined. Which sucks. That's the worst kind of random number generator. The one that you can't... Well, I guess it does work as a counter to save scamming. But it also creates situations from which you cannot escape. In any circumstances. Ah, okay, you need chemicals. Are we done trading? Yes, we are. Let's move up. We'll move on. I want all of the ice and water that this station has, because my consumption is now much higher, especially with 2 ships now. I can't even focus on doing more with the ships until I'm in the safe space. Oh yeah, and you don't even want anything. Well, not anything that I'm willing to trade anyway. Here, have some steel. That's fine, the rest you can keep. I'm gonna take the power rods though. And you better not put any microroids while I'm doing this last bit of trade, or I'm going to... Oh my god, as if I didn't say it. I just said it. I just said it. I can't trade in here. Come on. And now I have to hope that they'll manage to fix that ship before we move on. The problem is depressurization damages things. Fix it. Seriously, what are you doing? Fix it! My god! how difficult of a concept that is. And of course we don't have anything that we wanted to trade for. We have one ice crystal, so I have to go back there. Because I'm so low on water and there's nobody else to trade with, I have to go back there. Oh, this is absolute bullshit. Why is there not enough oxygen? There should be enough. There is nothing for it. I have to go into that microroid bullshit zone and try to get some trading done and hope that the roids don't just show up the same time I'm there. And there's a fire, of course there is. Seriously, I'm losing my shit with this. It's just been one problem after the next. Okay, there's nothing for it. I have to. Let me see what's there. I just want to see what's on the other planet. There's nothing on the other planet. There's nothing for it. I have to trade here. I wish I could just leave one ship undeployed or just not have it there. And now, oh, they do. Okay, I was thinking maybe they don't have any more ice anymore. Didn't they have the more ice? Wasn't there more ice before? I guess it's each time it makes it different. Are you telling me? I'm looking at the numbers here. Did they actually still lost the items for the trade? Oh, you better not be telling me that. Do those trades. I don't care what you're doing, just do those trades. I'm taking all the water they have. This is seriously aggravating. Just take all their water. That's four more water I want. Just take it all. Oh my god! We can't stick around anymore. I have to leave. I can't jump right now. There's fire on the ship. This whole system is absolute bullshit. We're just leaving No, that's just absolute horseradish. That is just absolute horseradish. I'm gonna see here if this guy has anything to trade. And the ship is still on fire. It'll take a while for all that smoke to clear out. Do you have stuff? Yes, you do. I'm taking all of it. Absolute mayhem of the highest order. Gas scrubber. That was absolutely outrageous. I hate microroids. I hate them so much. The growth also requires water, and I have a lot of growth pods. Granted, you get some of it back through compost, but not enough. It's gonna be that the ice is gonna be the highest trading commodity in the universe. You need water, so transfer you some water. Another thermal. I was thinking I'm gonna slowly expand my ship now. Work on the second ship. You know. Chillax. No. No, I just get curveball after curveball after curveball. Ugh. Is it done now? Is the ship okay now? I'm gonna see what this one has to trade, and then we're gonna move on. I'll see he has some water at least. But he's not really interested in many items. I'll get him some fiber blocks. They don't really matter to anybody. Okay. Seems that there is a problem with having multiple ships, and that is that the crews will go between the two ships depending on what tasks need to be done. And that's a problem. That's not effective crew management. See, right now this ship has one crew member on it who doesn't have a task, while the rest of them are on this ship doing tasks. I am regretting making a second ship. I'll be honest with you. I am regretting making a second ship. I am very heavily regretting it. I was saying this even before the Alpha 10 started. This game doesn't yet have the optimization for you to run multiple ships. It just doesn't. Yeah, you can do it, but don't. There is just no point. It's just a headache, it's a problem. I am seriously considering disassembling that ship now. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth the resources, it's not worth the headache, it's... The management of multiple ships is just lacking. And the amount of resources you suddenly need to spend to keep that ship running. Oh, there's some ice there, perfect. It's just too much. It's too much, and it's not worth it. It's just, I'm sorry, but it isn't. This is one of the aspects of the game that needs a lot more work. So we have 14 ice, 16 water in that ship, and some in that ship. That's fine. Yeah, I got really agitated. I really got agitated because of... Hello, I one brown stars. You've caught me in a kind of a rage moment. Welcome to the show. I'm mad is because I built a second ship, and then I tried to do trading for with a station, and that station has a modifier. A modifier is microroids. So whenever I came back to the station, the microroids would start again. And this ship is a skeleton. It doesn't even have a shield yet. So I just kept getting destroyed and wrecked, and the moment I started building the second ship, the amount of resources that you need to first invest to build a second ship is very high. But the second problem is, if you have more than one ship, every single problem you have on one ship kind of quadruples. Because the amount of water I am now using to run both this ship and this ship, even though this ship is really tiny, went through the roof. So I got really agitated because I kept dodging the microroids and coming back because I had to go back because I needed some water because I was the last piece of water, and every time I went back to trade to get the only water in that system, I get pelted by meteoroids. So this part of the game. Yeah, you can make multiple ships, you can have a fleet, but you should not. Right now, you should not. You shouldn't. It's just no. Just don't do it. Oh. Insufficient resource. Monster corpse. That's not a resource we're in. We don't care about that resource. That's fine. We can be low on that. Okay. Can we move to the next system now? So we might be able to trade there. There's pirates there. Hooray! Pirates. Let's destroy the pirates. I mean, the pirates are gonna run away from us, so I'm just gonna ignore them for now anyway. That's fine, Brown Stars. This game is not gonna be everybody's jam, as you say. I like these kinds of games, but I like them when they're properly balanced, and this is in alpha, so it's still lacking some balance. It needs a lot more polish. Some pieces are broken. Like the event modifiers that decide what you're gonna get pelted with are decided by the random number generator, which is fine, but it's not much of a random number generator if it happens every single time I come back. That's no longer random, that's very persistent. That's even gonna even use other resources to trade. But the reason why I built a second ship is because I've reached a point in the game when there's not much else left to do. I just hop through the systems and I'm looking for Eden, essentially. Everything else that I could do, I basically did. There's not much left to do, really. Let's put a shield generator, and that's gonna need a lot of resources. That needs 3 text blocks and 5. So we're gonna need 3 tech blocks, 5 energy blocks, which I have 0 of. That's gonna need some chemicals. Let's make 10 again. Brown Stars, I don't blame you that you find my accent confusing. To be honest, most people find my accent confusing. I am originally from Croatia, but I'm living in Ireland right now. And the reason my accent is so confusing is because I've been brought up as a multilingual person. I've been speaking 2 languages since I was very little. And then in school I learned 2 more. So currently I speak 4. And when you use 3 to 4 languages on a daily basis, your accent goes all over the place. So my accent right now is a mixture of English, Croatian, Czech, and German. Because those are the 4 languages I speak and use pretty regularly. Apart from German, not so much these days, but even that I used quite a lot. My day job is in customer service. No, not Asia, Croatia. That's in Europe, so I'm from Europe. If it makes it easier. Croatia is a country next to Italy. Well, across Italy, across the sea from Italy. Our football team is, well, football or soccer, depending on which part of the country or world you are from. Okay, trade, and let's move on with our lives. So, Brown Stars, if you haven't been visiting my streams yet, essentially what I am playing are strategy games, survival games, and these kind of essentially resource management games. Another fire. Did you set fire to the kitchen again? No, you haven't. Okay, perfect. Ah, so you know Croatia from the scenes from King's Landing, I suppose. I'm not much of a Game of Thrones fan, but yeah, those scenes were filmed in our city called Dubrovnik. And in some articles in the States, Dubrovnik is listed as our capital. It's not. It's not even close. Dubrovnik is one of the bigger tourist cities, but it's not a capital city. Capital city is in inland. It's called Zagreb. Okay, I should start expanding this ship, I think. This is actually working pretty well right now. What am I missing here? 3 energy blocks, and those are being built here, and they are missing... they are missing optronics. There we go. I think I'm one of the few people who didn't really enjoy Game of Thrones all that much. I don't have anything against it. I do recognize it's a very good show. It's just that it didn't catch me. Pirates are there. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I'm posting, stream recordings, but also I am doing a no commentary walkthroughs and Lego assembly time lapses. So I assemble virtual Legos, Legos of official Lego sets, and I'm posting them as, you know, like time-lapse videos. If you ever saw a time-lapse with some musical background, that's what I do, but with Legos. Currently, the activity apart from the Lego time lapses is uploading the Factorio and Space Haven streams, and I am doing a walkthrough or playthrough of Iron Harvest. Yeah, browser, by all means. I do believe that my channel is in the description down there, or at least it should be. Yeah, it is. I am going to be. I do switch the games around, so it's not that I play all the same. I played before the Space Haven and Factorio. I was playing Oxygen Not Included, and I was playing Shipbreaker. And the Space Haven streams are gonna come to an end soon. The Factorio stream is also reaching its end in a couple of more weeks, and so I will be playing other games as well. I'm probably going to switch the style of the game for Wednesday streams at least. I'm maybe gonna switch back to some action games instead. I was thinking of doing a franchise run of Shadow Warrior, but I might just pick one of the new games that are coming out and play those instead. I haven't decided yet, it's too early. I still need to run this game down and Factorio as well. I essentially stream for the games that I find fun, and I'm not really in the race to be super relevant like some streamers are, which essentially means that I'm going to stay a smaller streamer for a lot longer than most people. But that's okay, I do this for fun anyway. And anybody who joins me and enjoys it, all the better. Pirates ran away. It seems that the pirates actually know what you're armed with, and they don't attack you if they see that you're stronger than them. Because I swear when I was unarmed, every single bloody pirate was gluing on my butt. Okay, we need a shield station. It's missing 2 more tech blocks. Oh my god, we actually ran out of infra blocks after all this time. I can't believe it. Yeah, Brown Stars, that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking that I'm going to keep the games I play from different categories for different streams. So for my Wednesday streams, I'm probably gonna move into something action oriented. While the Sunday would be the more relaxed and easygoing strategy stream. So I was thinking that I would do a Shadow Warrior franchise run and run all of the Shadow Warrior games. Those are first-person shooters and they're really good. Or the Suffering franchise. There's a bunch of them. Essentially, I will be playing a lot of games and uploading either directly to YouTube or stream them. I have a big love for both new games and old games, so I want to give all of them a run, a spin on the channel, both on Twitch, on stream, and almost abandoned some crew members. Oh, some ice. Perfect. I don't mind. I don't mind you asking at all. I'm 35, so I'm an older gamer. I'm old enough to know pretty much everything that came. I started gaming when I was 3 years old. I was using an Amstrad at the time, which is a very old machine. I doubt it makes any any difference to what the name of the machine was. Pod hanger. I do want to have a pod hanger. At least one. Here. I'll need a tech block for that as well. Oh. I'm a kind of gamer who likes all and tries all, so that's one of the reasons why I'm having difficulties deciding what game to play next. It took me like 2 weeks when the previous run of Shipbreaker and Oxygen Not Included were over. I had a really difficult time deciding which games to play next, and I decided on Factorio because the full release of it was out, and I wanted to give it a go. And I decided on this one because it was brand new, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I do enjoy it a lot, even though it's nonsensical sometimes. But I'm playing too many of these strategy games right now, and I do need to expand my portfolio of games on the channel somewhat, so I will be expanding that to other game types, and I'm kind of being drawn towards Shadow Warrior simply because it's one of the really interesting game franchises when it comes to shooters. It's one that people are aware of exists, but it's not so popular that it's ever all present. And the franchise spans like the 90s and the early 2000s and then the mid 2000s, and there is Shadow Warrior 3 in the works right now. So I'm definitely gonna be playing that when that game comes out. What's that supposed to be? Looks like either a star or a black hole, but it's not a black hole because I can see stars on the other side. We're done with the trades. We are done with the trades. Moving to the next location. Oh, there's a derelict there. We're gonna have to research that. Well, go through it. For once we actually have reason to go for the infra blocks as well. This is gonna be done fast. Still didn't run into any slaver ship. I need to get these refugees offloaded off my bloody ship. Yeah, I did play Ghost Runner. It's one of the games that I have mixed feelings about because the game is really good, but some of the mechanics in it were not exactly well executed. It leaves a few things to be desired, despite the game actually being very good. I want to check the wiki for this. Well, what I didn't like is the very obvious cyberpunk influence and the very obvious riding along the cyberpunk hype. Also, I didn't yet get to play Cyberpunk yet, so I don't know how good of a game it is. I've seen some of the reviews and I've seen the footage, and they all seem fine. I'm gonna put it this way: I'm a big fan of Ghost in the Shell. I love Ghost in the Shell, and I love the way that Ghost in the Shell approaches the idea of a modified human. Ghost Runner takes that idea and makes it look very hipster trendy, like Cyberpunk does. I don't like that aesthetic. The gameplay is fine, but although even the gameplay, some of the mechanics, the hit detection seems to be kind of off sometimes, and the movement seems to stutter around in the fighting animations. At least that's what it seems to me. But what bugs me is the trendy, popular. You know, everybody looks like they came from a rave, and it doesn't sit that well for me. You know, they took the Ghost in the Shell aesthetic, but then they made it popular, quote unquote. Yeah, that your comparison then is really good. It's that it's like a mixture of Doom and Mirror's Edge. And that's exactly the problem. Those are two very drastically different types of games. So they don't jive all that well in all aspects. For the most part, it works well. It works well as it does in games like Prototype. But in some aspects, it doesn't. And when it doesn't, you know, it's noticeable. Okay, draft. Let's explore a derelict. Okay. I have similar complaints with Cyberpunk. Just aesthetic-wise, I can't say anything about the gameplay. I haven't played the game yet. But like everybody in Cyberpunk has those trendy haircuts and the skater looks, and they're covered in tattoos, which seem to be put there just because tattoos are trendy. And the multicolor haircuts, and it looks to me more like pandering toward the younger demographic more than it is substance. It has no substance. And I get that it's the look that they were going for, this dystopian future where that kind of fashion and that kind of expression is what survived and what's promoted, and it's also there to be more relevant to today's culture. But I don't like today's culture. I'm a bit of a child out of place because when my childhood was in the 90s, and I didn't like our culture that we had back then either. And I wasn't paying attention, and I almost got killed by this big guy. Okay. Shotguns way. Okay. That was the only one. Hold on, why do I have only 3 people? Where's the 4th one? Okay. Okie dokie, time to pillage the ship. Salvage everything. No tech scrap. Plenty of items though. Good haul, good haul. Now, because this ship doesn't have a shuttle bay, it can't contribute. So, let's see if we can do something about that. Could make a shuttle bay here. I'm gonna need more hull blocks. Oh, for the crying out. Okay. I think I have averted disaster, and I now have enough ice to make enough water so we can focus on just trying to manage two ships at the same time and not die. Critical resources low. Yes, I'm aware. I should probably transfer the items to this ship instead. Brown Stars, that's exactly my point. That's what you said there. That's exactly what I mean. The game is reflecting or using what is popular today, and it makes perfect sense for a game to do that. It's only the matter of my own personal preference that I don't really like that. Like I said, I am a big fan of Ghost in the Shell, and how Ghost in the Shell displays the future and that cyberpunk age and that cyberpunk feel, and especially the augmented humanity, the modified humans, cyborgs, if you will, and cyberpunk's aesthetic reflects what we expect of culture today and how we project it toward the future. Stop setting fire to the kitchen. It's not bad in any way, Brown Stars, and I didn't mean it that it's a bad thing. It's just that because it's removed quite far from my own aesthetic choices and preferences, it doesn't jive that well with me. What you said there is an excellent point, and that's exactly what I was referring to. They did make the design intentionally to reflect how today's generations dress and how that can be projected into the future, but it's not necessarily the same look that everybody's gonna feel. And I haven't played Cyberpunk yet, so like I said, I can't make any judgments on its gameplay, although I do believe that it's great. But aesthetic-wise, it kind of it doesn't draw me in. It actually kind of pushes me back, because I keep expecting to see something more in terms of what I would like to see rather than what it is. And while it won't affect my view of the game when I play it, aesthetically it challenges me, let's say it. Exactly, Brown Stars. It's always good to have variety. When it comes to Cyberpunk, the only thing I am very sorry to see is how people are... Well, there's no better way to say it. They are attacking the developers, the CD Projekt Red, as if they betrayed them. And they have no idea what CD Projekt Red went through as a developer to actually get that game when they did. It's a sad reality that most developer studios today are suffering a lot because they don't get to make their own decisions. CD Projekt Red did not make the decision to release the game when they did, or in the state in it was. It was pushed on them by the publishers and the shareholders, and the end result is plain to see for everyone, unfortunately. Brown Stars, that there is pretty much spot on how we feel. When you read a book, you kind of imagine it in your own aesthetic. Even though it's a description of something you see in the book, you put your own vision into how it looks like. And then when somebody makes a movie, inevitably the movie will betray the image that you yourself created. Because everybody's imagination is different, and when you read a book which doesn't have any images, you make the image. The way that I describe somebody to you and the way that you see it is going to be different from you and the next person. So when you see a movie and that movie doesn't work well with what you imagined, it challenges your view, and then you either can accept it or you can't. I can and I can't at the same time when it comes to movies. For example, I read Lord of the Rings back in high school, so many years ago, and I imagined the races of Lord of the Rings in a specific way. A good deal of it was inspired by Warcraft. A good of it was inspired by Dungeons and Dragons. And then when the movie came out and I saw the Uruk-hai, that's not how I pictured Uruk-hai, and part of me felt betrayed. It's a nonsensical betrayal. The movie had no obligation to follow my vision of the Uruk-hai, and it didn't need to follow the exact description of how it is in the book. There was no problem there, but it challenged my image of that race. Same for the elves as well. The way I picture the elves, even though the movie does depict them pretty much how everybody expects elves to be, but they were more fairy-like in the Lord of the Rings trilogy than I would have liked personally. I prefer a more grounded. I know elves grounded. I mean, what am I talking about? But more. I don't know. The view that fairy-like view of elves as it is in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the movies. They're like one step away from divine beings, and I don't like that. It's like they aren't mortal beings, and they're long-lived. They're not immortals, and I didn't like that. The one movie which there is no nicer way to say that I can't forgive of it for its choices is the original X-Men trilogy. I'm a considerable fan of Marvel's X-Men. I have read there is a collection out there called 40 Years of X-Men, which is essentially printouts. Scanned printouts of 40 years of Uncanny X-Men comics. I read all of them. I love them. I've reread them over and over again. I know some of the storylines by heart. And then I watched the original X-Men trilogy movies, and I was, for the lack of a better word, angry. Because they, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, the X-Men trilogy did not give those characters justice at all. The characters in the comics have been, from the very beginning, very colorful, very varied. They had specific traits, specific character traits that we come to expect from those characters. One of them being Wolverine. Wolverine, his mannerisms, the way he speaks, in multiple iterations of Wolverine across the comics, the way he speaks, the way he behaves, the way he fights. All of those things have just not been present in the movies. And even though Hugh Jackman did a marvelous job and he depicted Wolverine as well as he could, the character of Wolverine that we see in that movie, that's not Marvel's Wolverine. And Cyclops is even a better example. That's not Cyclops. Cyclops isn't a wuss like he is in the original trilogy movies. He's a leader, he's strong, he's resourceful, intelligent. He also is prideful, and he is extremely efficient combatant. And Wolverine fights like a beast. None of that is visible in the movies. I'm talking about the original X-Men trilogy. It's ridiculous. And even though it's true that in the comic books, Wolverine was in love with Mary Jane. Not Mary Jane, that's from Spider-Man. The Jean Grey. Or Marvel Girl, if you want. Okay, Brown Stars, have fun. It was a pleasure talking to you. Hope to see you again. Thanks for watching. Okay, I lost my trail of thought there. Yeah, we were talking about lots about movies and everything, and they are still setting the kitchen on fire. Why are you doing that? Okay. Not much to do in these systems. Who are we waiting for? We're waiting for the ship to come back, otherwise I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna need to make more engines on the other ship. This is the last system, we can then leave and move on to the next one. Build craft. Did I put this on the road? No, I didn't. Okay. I might as well connect these now. I have to make some walls there, but that's fine. Links. Come on! Seriously? This is just... Ugh! I can't leave you guys alone for a moment. The gas scrubbers will be working overtime. You deserve to sleep on the floor. You collectively... I'm going to deconstruct your beds. You deserve to sleep in your own filth. I'm gonna remove your toilet. You're all gonna be collectively pooping in your pants. And that's all you deserve. Okay. Now we have a shuttlecraft on this ship as well. I think I'm gonna start building the cargo bay here. Okay, jump away. In the end, I didn't run into those pirates again. Not that I mind. I had to say something. You can't fight. You can't fight. Okay, so auto, shield turrets. It's a single turret ship. Seriously? You know what? We might just destroy this one. He's gonna run away, but... yeah, he ran away. Oh, he's running away. You're not getting away from me, little bastard. Is he attacking automatically? I think he is. But I want to decide where to shoot. And he runs away again. Okay, what are you doing now? Oh, we don't have enough. Somebody's missing some fuel. Here, you can have all of it. And we're gonna make more fuel. And then we're gonna chase those pirates. And they will die. Critical resources low. I am not surprised. Are we restocked now? Can we jump again? Well, we will be in a moment. Okay, where did those pirates go? There they are. I don't want to evade. Thing is, they can keep jumping away and I have to follow them, which is essentially waste of fuel, but I kind of want to wreck them. Yep. There they go. Run away again. You won't get away from me. Should put at least one turret on the other ship so that... Well, you gonna stand and fight now? Yeah, this is just pointless. I can't get him to stay anywhere, he just keeps running away and I can't really... Well, I guess I could put the shield and the turret guy on overtime. Okay. Oh, you little... So, if I'm correct, my turrets should now be... Yep, they're already ready. So... Do your job. Yeah, it is working, so this is what we will do. Hunt him until the end of the earth. Oh, come on. He will eventually run out of either fuel or health. Decline. Yeah. Now they're asking for... Oh crap, I have no fuel there, do I? Okay, everybody back to your normal stations. I have to get some fuel over to our beleaguered... Actually, no, I don't. They have fuel. Oh. I should probably make some more fuel just in case, though. How much fuel does the other ship have? 3. Should be enough. Oh, I have to wait. They can't really heal in any significant amount of health in that short period of time that we catch them. But I didn't have my guys in the turret because I was remiss, and now they're probably gonna run away. A decline. And next time we catch them is probably gonna be the last time. I just want the turret guy to be ready. Wait, what? Evasion chance just keeps dropping. I've wasted probably a lot of fuel for this, but these pirates are not getting away without destruction. I'm kind of torturing them, but nope. There we go. That's one destroyed pirate ship. Now we'll see what they do, because they might try to... Oh, they don't even have a shuttlecraft, so they can't really even try to board me. I think that this is a perfect way to end today's stream, with one destroyed pirate ship, which we will then ransack for resources next time. And why is this what that it is? Transfer some fuel to them, please. Like now. Okay. Okay. So let me see. We're actually down on all types of blocks, which is fine because we will be doing some derelicts next time around. We're good on all other types of resources, including food and water and ice, finally, because that was a close call there. So let's do a little rundown of what we did in today's stream. So, against all odds, we've made a second ship. And somehow managed to bring it to a point where it can survive. We even shielded it. But it was also a painful day because management of two ships, first of all, isn't easy. Second of all, it's wrought with peril when it comes to resource management. And third of all, the game isn't optimized for you to run multiple ships yet. The amount of resources you have to share between them is a lot. And frankly, if I didn't play on a easier difficulty, I don't know if I would have even be able to do it. But we have two ships. Next stream we're gonna be arming the second ship and just focusing on extending it and surviving further. But that's gonna be where we're gonna be ending this stream tonight. Guys, thank you for being here, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this time with me, and that you weren't too freaked out by my rage earlier on, but you know, things happen. And we will continue this next week on Wednesday, and we will have our next bout of Factorio on Sunday, so I hope to see you there as well. So, wherever you are in the world today, have a good evening, good morning, good day, good night, and I will see you next time. See ya, folks!